So, Paul Kuster at the Comedy Cave this week. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing great, man. How
Good.
are you?
Good. I'm doing well, too. Thanks for doing this.
Thanks a lot for for hosting this, and it's great working with you again this week.
Yeah.
Always enjoy it.
Well, I did a spot last night. I did a spot tonight. I had a great time both nights.
Yep.
I'm really excited about comedy right now. So,
well, I mean, how could you not be?
yeah.
Right? If you're a comedian and you're not excited about it, then there's something wrong.
Yeah.
You know, I've been doing this now 21 years.
Yeah.
And I still love it. I'm not a name people talk about, and I get that because I don't sell myself the way I should be, like with social media and all that. I'm getting into that, and it's just I still do it simply for the love of the craft and the love of the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what excites me because I'm still learning. You know, if you think you've got this mastered, no, you don't.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And especially for young people, for the young comics that are coming up, and you can tell that they want that recognition like right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's not going to happen. You need to work at this and get good.
Yeah. Every part of it's hard.
Every part of it's hard. Yeah, it's like it's the hardest art form. You know, my buddy Corey Harding put it really well because he's also into the music industry.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He doesn't do so much comedy anymore, but when he hosts shows, he'll often draw that analogy between a musician. He goes, you know, a musician can get up and play a few songs, but you're usually there with other people.
Yeah.
Right. Bass player, lead guitar, rhythm, drums, percussion, the whole bit. And
3 or more people likely. Yeah.
Yep. And you're sharing that space together. When you're doing stand-up, man, it's just you.
Yeah.
And so for you to craft something that can connect with the audience, not only is that amazing, but it's amazing in the feedback you get from a crowd with something that you've cooked up from inside here.
Yeah, and it's different too, right? Because musicians get feedback. They get clapping.
Yeah,
they get dancing and that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And hopefully they don't get laughing.
No, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Good way to put it.
Yeah, and for us, I'd rather not have the clapping, or maybe the clapping, but not the dancing.
Yeah. We don't need dancing. Unless someone's on meth in the audience, then that might add something to it. But.
Well, maybe I'd probably get kicked out as a heckler or something. Yeah. But you know what? You just get that laugh is that immediate feedback that we get, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I remember years ago because I wasn't even doing comedy, and I was doing this back when I was a reporter. For Global, and there was I won't use the name, but there is a independent comedy festival that happens every year. Okay,
in this city.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and at the time,
figure that one.
Yeah. At the time, the guy who produces it, I just knew him from playing hockey with this guy, and he came out and played media hockey with us on Media Hockey Fridays at Max Bell Arena. We'd always play there. And so I get introduced to this guy, and he says, "Hey, I'm putting on a comedy festival." And I was like, "Oh, great!" And well, I ended up doing a bunch of news stories that first year on this new comedy festival.
Oh, you covered it. Okay.
Oh yeah. That's why I got into stand-up, because I would go and watch this guy's shows, not just his festival, but all these other little rooms that he had.
Yeah.
And you'd go to these shows, and it might be in a basement of some place, and there'd be like 2 people there, but a shitload of comics. And I just started to go, and I loved it, because I always loved comedy.
Yeah.
My hero when I was a kid, I'm showing my age, was Steve Martin when he was doing stand-up, and like Eddie Murphy back in the day, and Andrew Dice Clay and that. But my favorite was Steve Martin. But so I could repeat Steve Martin's entire act for my classmates at recess at St. Pius X School in Regina, Saskatchewan. And everyone would come around, and they would listen to me
Really?
Yeah, just verbatim repeat Steve Martin's act. And everyone thought I was this comedic genius. And I wasn't. I was just repeating his routine.
Yeah.
And that, I guess that was
you
my
were a cover band.
Yeah, I was like a cover band. Yeah, exactly. And but I just loved the whole idea of stand-up, of a person standing up there and making a crowd of people laugh. And I never got into it. I was never a comedian until after covering this festival. He actually asked me to introduce one of the shows. There used to be a club downtown called Quincy's, right on the C train. And,
right.
And
on 7th Ave.
On 7th Ave, yeah. And upstairs was the bar. Downstairs was the they had a showroom.
I saw.
Yeah. It was a great stage, and it was kind of in the half.
You know what
round.
I saw there? Doug Stanhope.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah,
right. What a great room
for him.
Yeah. So that's where many of the shows were that first year, and so my friend Stu, he comes up to me, he says, "Hey, because you're a celebrity," because I was on the news, and that always made me cringe because I was like, no, I'm not a celebrity. I'm just a news reporter. That's not a celebrity, right? And it gave me the creepies. And he said, I said, well, what do you want me to do? He goes, I just want you to intro the show tonight. And it was a packed house, like it was over 300 people.
Nice.
And there was a lineup going out onto the street.
In that room, yeah. That's a big room, too. So
yeah, and the lineup went down the stairs and went out onto the street down 7th Avenue, down the C-train line. It was amazing. And so I don't remember what I did specifically, but I told a funny story that happened in the newsroom, and I put some stupid punchline at the end.
Yeah.
And guess what?
Pop.
The room exploded. Oh. And Warren, that was it. That was the hook. That was the hook. And I thought, oh, this is so cool. And then he asked me to come out and do the same thing the next night. And we were at the, I think it was called the Wet Lounge, which was the bar on the main floor of the Sheraton Suites in Eau Claire. Okay. So the next night, again, it was sold out. And I was feeling all confident because, hey, this killed last night. This is going to be easy.
Yeah.
And I did the exact same story, exact same punchline, and there was nothing. Oh. It was just crickets. And I was just like, oh,
yeah.
But it was that first time telling one silly joke that got a reaction. That was my intro to stand-up, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
And then, so from there, it was just kind of working with them, or
I worked with
because that's a little before the mics, even, right? There weren't a lot of open mics.
No, there weren't. And
because that was here. You're in Calgary already at that point.
Yeah,
you've moved here by then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and so
you're on the news. I remember that.
Yeah,
when you were on the news, because I'm born and raised here.
Yeah.
So I remember when you were
like
a roving reporter, right?
Yeah, and the funny thing is, I left the industry in around 2004, 2005, somewhere in there. And here it is, 2025, and I still have people that will come up to me and go, hey, man, you're Paul Kuster. And I'm like, wow, you still remember that from, like, that's going back a ways now.
Yeah, because there's a bit of local celebrity. They say that's a thing.
Yeah,
local celebrity.
Yeah.
Just because you're uncomfortable with the term.
I know. I always hated that. Yeah. But
Tara McCool.
Yeah. Oh my God, she was.
I remember meeting her in person and being like, "Whoa."
Yeah.
You were.
Whoa. Yeah. Beautiful woman. But more importantly, she was beautiful on the inside. She's just a sweetheart.
Okay. I was just like, she's a little bit of a local celebrity to me.
And she's still in the industry. She's still in the industry. She does stuff for a podcast and on local radio, I think on role models, that type of content. Anyway, but, and it was through then, and so Stu, he would put on these other shows throughout the year. So that's how I got my feet wet.
Okay, so you were only able to get what, a 1 or 2 a month or something?
Yeah. And I wasn't taking it seriously. I thought this is a lot of fun, and I want to see what happens. Like, where does it take me?
Yeah.
But at that time too, I didn't really know what stand-up really was about, because the other side of that coin was especially in those days, it was a party scene.
Right.
So yeah, you were telling jokes, but it was more about having fun with everybody.
Yeah.
And which isn't
the after party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all the shenanigans that would go with that. And it was a riot, but that's not what comedy is about, So in terms of that, my life has totally changed, because I look at this now. You have to take this seriously. If you want to improve, you have to work at it. Sometimes you got to make sacrifices, right? You know that because you're a dad, right? And it's a hard industry, A, to make a living at, B, for people to take you seriously.
Yeah.
And it has changed so much, because I'm old school. So my way of thinking about comedy was, well, if you're funny, the word will get out word of mouth. And I've never been a big tech guy, right? So this whole thing with social media that has exploded to what it is now, I'm late on the boat for that, because I was still, like, I remember when cell phones came out, and I refused to get a cell phone. I was like, fuck
90s.
People. Exactly. Yeah. If people want to get a hold of me, they can get a hold of me on my home phone or whatever, and leave a message.
On the wall.
Yeah. And so my mindset was that, well, if you're funny, people will find out and they'll come to see you. And that's not what it is now. It's all about social, how many followers you have, how many likes you've got, how many platforms you have. And it's changed.
Are you multi-platform then?
My two things are Facebook and Insta.
Okay.
Right, and I should be getting into maybe TikTok or some of these other things. But again, like, I'm an old school guy. Like, in this industry now, I'm like kind of like getting to be like a dinosaur, because I'm getting to be one of the older guys in this, and it's a young person's game, right? But I don't care, because I'll keep doing my thing, and I've got a voice, especially now. I do a lot of, well, this because we work together. I do a lot of Indigenous things, right?
Sure,
Indigenous content.
Because you're supposed to lean into who you are.
Yeah,
right?
And that's who I am. I'm part of the Scoop, so I was taken away from my family, so that I do material about that I've never talked about before publicly. And I've just started to do that.
Right.
And I remember James Moore, God bless James. I just love that guy. So he was the producer.
Alive.
Yes,
still.
he's alive.
So,
he's alive.
The way you said
he's dead in his head, but he's still alive. But at Comedy Monday Nights, which he produced for 20 years, Canada's longest running open mic, and probably the best run open mic in the country, was recognized as that. I remember at the end, and when I say the end, simply because of the fact that late April was the last show at formerly Broken City.
It was the 420 show, wasn't it, or something like that?
It was April 19th.
Yeah.
And anyway, so he came up to me, and I was so blessed that he allowed me stage time, because everyone in comedy was coming out to see if they could grab time, because everyone knew it was the last show.
Yeah.
And, well, word got around, but a lot of people didn't know. He kind of kept it under wraps. Anyway, you had this amazing lineup with heavy hitters, right?
Yeah.
Heavy headliners. And I was able to get on that show. And I did my 60s Scoop material. And James came up to me and he said, "You know what, Paul?" He goes, "It's great that you're able to take something that's really, honestly, quite sad, but you have found a way to find humor in that darkness," right? And that's part of our culture, being Indigenous. Humor is a big part of our culture because of all the track record that our people have here in Canada. We've always had humor, and that's what gets you through the tough, hard times.
Paul Kuster this week at the Comedy Cave.
Oh, man, thank you. Thank you so much for doing this. Brother, I love you. It's great working with you.
Oh, and you're one of the best social media guys. I told you that outside earlier.
Big lie.